They cut off my farm road, so I turned their neighborhood into a barnyard. I came back from town one morning with a trailer full of feed and found my main road chained shut. Steel posts in concrete, padlocked like Fort Knox, and a shiny HOA sign zip-tied to the fence. Private property. No agricultural access. Agricultural access? It was my road. My grandfather carved it out with a bulldozer in the 60s, long before that cookie-cutter neighborhood ever existed. But the HOA didn't care. They'd been grumbling about my trucks kicking up dust near their fancy walking trail, so instead of talking to me, they walled me off like I didn't exist. What they didn't realize is that road wasn't just for trucks. It was also the path I used to rotate my livestock. Cows, goats, chickens, the whole barnyard depended on it. Cut that artery, and you don't just inconvenience me. You trap 100 restless animals with nowhere to go. So I opened the wrong gate on purpose. Day 1. 80 cows and a couple dozen goats spilled into the neighborhood like floodwater. My herd marched down Oakstone Boulevard, hooves clattering on asphalt, tails swishing. Neighbors gawked from their driveways as goats leapt onto car hoods and cows stopped to munch hydrangeas. Day 2. The chickens joined in. I left their coop door open, and by mid-morning, flocks of Rhode Island Reds were strutting across manicured lawns, scratching flower beds, and roosting on patio furniture. One smug HOA board member came home to find 3 hens perched proudly on his BMW, leaving a mess no car wash could fix. Day 3. Chaos bloomed. The cows discovered sprinklers. They trampled flower beds, chewed through hedges, and left steaming gifts on every driveway. The goats? Born escape artists. They scaled porches, tore down baskets, and chewed the vinyl siding clean off a garage. Then came the chickens' masterpiece, a full-scale invasion of the community pool. A dozen of them lined the edge like synchronized divers before plunging in, splashing and flapping while kids screamed. The pool filter clogged instantly with feathers. That bright blue water turned into a murky soup. By the weekend, HOA Facebook lit up like a wildfire. Why are there cows in my yard? Somebody's goat ate my daughter's homework. There are chickens in the clubhouse bathroom. Every post was funnier than the last. By Monday morning, the HOA president stomped up to my porch, red-faced and furious. She demanded I control my animals immediately or face legal action. I smiled, calm as could be, and handed her a laminated invoice, cost of fence removal, damages to my farm schedule, and a permanent written guarantee of road access filed with the county. She waved it off, called me a criminal, and swore their lawyers would bury me. I shrugged and told her to wear boots the next time she visited the pool. By week 2, the neighborhood looked like a barnyard carnival. Lawns stripped bare, flower beds leveled, swing sets leaned sideways with goats perched on top like pirates in a crow's nest. The smell of manure hung heavy in the humid summer air. The best part? One of my cows discovered the HOA president's prize koi pond. By the time she found out, those $1,000 fish were gone, and the cow was standing ankle deep in what used to be her backyard paradise. Every day the calls got more desperate. Parents screamed at board meetings. Residents threatened to sue the HOA president personally for damages. They even hired a wrangler to round up the herd. But when he opened his trailer, my goats climbed inside and ate his lunch before he could load a single cow. Finally, the president returned. No longer smug, no longer shouting. She looked like she hadn't slept in a week. She begged me to end it. I told her the deal hadn't changed. Open my road, pay damages, sign a 30-year agreement guaranteeing access for my livestock and vehicles, ironclad with the county clerk's stamp. This time, she signed without hesitation. That afternoon, I whistled, clapped, and slowly herded my barnyard back through the road that should have never been closed. The neighborhood looked like the aftermath of a rodeo gone wrong. Lawns brown, porches wrecked, feathers drifting in the breeze. They cut off my farm road, thinking they could wall me in. Instead, I turned their perfect suburb into a barnyard free-for-all. If you want more HOA revenge stories like this, hit like and subscribe.